But first, Aaron Rodgers, old news in Broncos country. George Paton has upstaged Rodgers' return to the Packers, with the Broncos bringing on quarterback Russell Wilson from the Seahawks. And we've got plenty to get to on the major Broncos news, including reaction from fans.
Now, but the team did have to give up plenty of key players and draft picks to get him. Here to kick us all off, our sports director, Lionel Bienvenu. Lionel?
Yeah, guys, look, whatever they had to give up is worth it 100 times over. We are saying goodbye to Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, and 5 draft picks, including 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s. But you know what? None of that is more valuable than Russell Wilson is. Broncos are bringing in a top 5 quarterback in the last decade, a 9-time Pro Bowler in his 10-year career. There's no way to overhype how big this is. There was the Peyton Manning signing in 2012, the Super Bowl 50 victory in 2016, and now this day, as big as them all. There is no way to win in the NFL without an elite quarterback, right? And Wilson is elite. And finally, the search is over. The Broncos have found QB1. Broncos insider Troy Renck is live at the UC Health Training Center in Troy. We started with big news. Aaron Rodgers back to Green Bay. Less than an hour later, bigger news. Russell Wilson to Denver. What does this say about GM George Paton, who has found his new head coach and his new quarterback in the span of a couple of months?
Yeah, they might be building a statue for him outside the stadium someday. What a 14 months for Peyton. Hits on the draft with a bunch of great players, great starters, but he finally finds his quarterback. We thought it might be Aaron Rodgers, as you mentioned. Rodgers stays in Green Bay, but at the same time they were pursuing Rodgers, Lionel, they were pursuing Russell Wilson. They were chipping away at this deal beginning in January. And what made this deal happen was Seattle did not want to trade him in the NFC, so Washington was out. And also, Russell Wilson wanted to come to Denver when it became apparent they were an option. He waived his no trade clause for this deal. He comes to Denver, where they've had John Elway, Peyton Manning, and now their third potential Hall of Famer to join the Broncos. What a great day out here at Dove Valley.
Well, Troy, this changes everything from the draft to free agency. Could this be the Peyton Manning effect 2.0 on the effect on the entire franchise?
Well, certainly, because when you have a franchise quarterback, other players gravitate toward him. They want to play with him. They want to play perhaps for less. This puts a return of Von Miller back into play. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but it makes a lot more sense now with a franchise quarterback. Maybe you get another offensive weapon or a right tackle that wants to block for Russell Wilson. I just talked to Dalton Reisner via text. He told me he can't wait to block for Russell Wilson. And Justin Simmons just texted me before I came on the air, and he said he's going to miss Noah Fant, Drew Lock, and Shelby Harris because of the friendships built. But he said, I can't wait to compete and play with Russell Wilson. Let's go. And there were several exclamation points to that, Lionel.
Yeah, you betcha, Troy. All right, thanks so much. The Broncos are now the 5th favorites to get to the Super Bowl after this deal is done. Now, you know, Aaron Rodgers was just voted the NFL's most hated player by fans in a Twitter poll. So how does Broncos country feel about Russell Wilson? Let's get the reaction. Here's Ivan Rodriguez.
We spoke with fans on the 16th Street Mall, and everyone's excited for the arrival of Russell Wilson and very optimistic for the new season ahead. Broncos country has big smiles today. Fans are ecstatic for the arrival of Russell Wilson. Their team is relevant again. It's been 6 years of struggling for the orange and blue. This trade has everyone excited about what the coming playoff season might hold. Again, dare we even say playoffs? Broncos fans tell us they're confident Russell Wilson's experience and game-winning mentality will immediately have a positive impact on the team. Broncos have been trying to find a suitable quarterback since Peyton Manning retired, and some fans are even drawing parallels to what the Broncos looked like before and after Manning.
I think this, without a doubt, is the biggest trade since Manning. I mean, obviously we gave up 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, so huge trade, but, you know, upside is endless.
Wilson is really going to help us be a little bit more dynamic on offense, because we've been leaning way too heavy on that run game, but not committing to it. Russell still has his legs underneath him. You know, he's still at the end of his prime, but he should be able to get the job done.
We even stepped inside a sports fan store just to see what was going on in there, the environment, and the manager actually told us that people were peeking their heads inside asking when they planned on selling those Russell Wilson jerseys. An exciting time indeed to be a Bronco fan. Live outside Empower Field, Ivan Rodriguez, Denver 7.
Exciting time indeed. Ivan, thanks. Troy, Lionel, thanks to you as well. Much more throughout the evening. Now, Wilson joining the Broncos just increased the Broncos' odds to win the Super Bowl, as Lionel said. So DraftKings now has the Broncos tied with the Niners for 5th highest odds to get the Lombardi Trophy next year. The Broncos also have the 3rd highest odds to win the AFC West. Now, Broncos insider Troy Renck breaking down everything you need to know about the big trade right now on thedenverchannel.com.